Reunited did actually beat Flipside. Reunited did actually beat Flipside in Gfinity. The game's about to start, dude. There it is. It's just coming. Doomsy the most patient player. I know, right? Doomsy's so patient. If we had to pick one player to describe as patient in EU, it would definitely be Doomsy. Man, Leaf says out so weird. Out. 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 I can't even say that. Out. Out. I like it though. It sounds good. It sounds very out and about. Is it better to hesitate to make sure you put the shot on target or just to wait for it even if you miss? You just want to put yourself a tiny bit outside your comfort zone. That's the best place to learn. And then when you're actually performing, you play in your comfort zone. But if you're trying to improve, if you're practicing, put yourself a tiny bit outside your comfort zone. Go a tiny bit faster than you're comfortable with, or a tiny bit higher. Hit the ball a tiny bit harder. Dogu's the best defender in the world. Yeah, Dogu's the best defender in the world. That's like probably the best Lawler meme. There's so many Lawler memes. They're great. They all originate right here. They all originate right here at twitch.tv/JohnnyBoy. Oh, Marky is panicking right there. Nobody aggressing and he's just panicking. He prefers to go for his dunks without ball cam. It's something I kind of agree with myself. If you're a low FOV player, going for dunks without ball cam is probably a good thing to do. Because you can see the ball really, really close. And yeah, no ball cam also gives you a chance to see what your opponent in front of you is doing a bit more clearly than you would be able to see with ball cam on. Assuming that you're in front of the... Assuming that you're in front of the ball, not to the side of it. Toss yourself. Toss yourself. That's the thing. Dogu's the best defender in the world. If only... If only... Is it ELMP? Ah. If only ELMP was as patient as Doomsy, he would have saved that. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Winner takes the win. Yeah. I don't know who said that. That's a good one though. I've said a ton of stupid stuff as well. Somebody needs to call me out on all the stupid stuff I've said. Make a funny compilation video of all the dumb stuff. How do you avoid hesitation? You hold boost and you drive at the ball. It's simple as that. You just go. You don't stop going fast. You just imagine that you are Luchino. You channel your inner... You channel your inner... what was it? VQ Untethered. That's what their name was. You've heard several commentators called ELMP Lamp. That's just because his name kind of looks like Lamp. I should call him Lamp, to be honest. That's one thing I can definitely get behind. No one actually watches my cast or listens to me at all, except you. You ranked me like 10th in the power rankings. I was pretty happy with that. In the meme rankings. I was no match for Jacob. So JHZER actually denied a wall clear with that move. Oh my, JHZER's just getting up on the other team's wall. He's denying Reunited wall clears. That's quite interesting. I'm tethered Bible Thump, I know, right? The Rip Pluto Waffle Luchino. You actually listen to me feels bad, man. I like to think, yeah, this is going to YouTube. I like to think that, you know, somebody likes my casting. Because obviously this isn't casting what I'm doing right now, this is just chilling. Just chatting to the chat. Watching some games. Oh, that was a bit spicy by Doomsy. I feel like out of Reunited, Doomsy is by far the most threatening player in offense, and ELMP is by far the most reliable player in defense. So if you were going to draw lines between, if we were going to draw similarities between Reunited and Flipside, and I'm talking like regular Flipside, not the JHZER edition, I would say that Snasky is kind of like JHZER. He's got probably the best wall play out of Reunited, and then ELMP is your Marky Duda. He's just the brains of the team, and then Doomsy and Greasy are a bit similar. They just like to go really, really fast. They're both speed demons. They get up in your face, try and make things awkward for you. So with that in mind, I feel like Reunited should try and adopt the same strategy, the same structure that Flipside have been using for quite a while now. And that's with Marky at the back. So obviously, the Reunited version would be ELMP at the back. He's the priority defender, because we always think of people as priority attackers, but if you actually flip it around and you have a priority defender, it kind of makes understanding your role in Rocket League a lot easier. If you just have a priority defender, a priority guy who's going to be last into the rotation, if you know what I mean. I also really think that G2 should adopt that strategy. I think that there's few people in the world who can do this role well, because what the role needs you to be able to do is read the game in front of you exceptionally well. That's something that Marky does exceptionally well. That's why he's such a good defender without ever making saves, because he just stops the ball from getting near the goal. ELMP does that pretty well. Sicky does it pretty well. Who else would I put in that list? You know, Moses for Exodus is a similar sort of player, except he's got more of a goalkeeper. Like, he sits further back than Marky does. Fireburner has got a similar role for Kings of Urban. For NRG, they've changed their name, of course. They got picked up by Shaquille O'Neal's organization. But yeah, I did say, I think Gamers 2 should also adopt that strategy. Remco does it, yeah, Remco, perfect example. Remco does it very similarly to Marky, aggressive defending. Getting up in their face, stopping them from clearing the ball. So you've got Remco. Turbo Pulsar does it pretty well. Sicky, but he's a bit more of a deep, you know, back wall goalkeeper style rather than the aggressive in your face style. Fireburner, he's got quite an aggressive style. I think Fireburner just needs to get a bit quicker. But yeah, how do I fix G2? Kronovi equals Marky. You got it right. The Krob, Kronovi equals Marky. Yes. Kronovi, individually, is... He's really, really good. I mean, we can't forget just how good Kronovi is. He's a natural, just a monster at Rocket League. He's so naturally gifted, and he's so mechanically insane. Like, everything that he does is just so clean. He's also got a really good mind for positioning, but he overextends in attack, and he doesn't trust teammates behind him. What I mean by that is that if the ball is coming at Kronovi, and he only sees over0 in front of him, and he knows Luchino is probably behind him, Kronovi's probably just going to redirect the ball. He's probably going to hit it up, he's going to hit it sideways, he's not going to let it go past him because he doesn't trust his teammates behind him. But if you turned it around, if you put Luchino up, and then the ball's coming at Luchino, he would have way more trust in Kronovi than Kronovi would in Luchino, if that makes sense. Does that make sense to you guys? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, Kronovi doesn't trust his teammates enough to play up. That's why he should play back, because then his teammates can trust him at the back, and he doesn't need to trust anybody, because he is the last line of defense. He doesn't need to let the ball go past him ever, because he is the last line. That's how I would fix G2. I would let Kronovi sit back. I would tell Kronovi to sit back. Okay. 2 goals. Well, they got 1 goal at the start from a great demo, and now JHZER just centers it for Doomsy. Doomsy with a fast reaction, though. Makes sense. So yeah, Kronovi just needs to look at what Marky's doing for Flipside and copy it, basically. He needs to look at what Fireburner does for NRG, do that. Yeah, and he needs to look at what Remco does for Northern Gaming and do that. Like, there's a lot of teams who have similar sort of players, but the main one I would look at is Marky. Marky right now is just unleashing Cuxer on the other team. And it doesn't stop Marky from getting goals. Marky got a hat-trick in the last series against PZ, and he's probably top scorer for Flipside, because you do still get goals when you're the last man in on that rotation, offensively, because you unleash your mechanical geniuses to go and screw up the other team, then the ball comes in front of the net, and you get the open goal as the last man in there. But you only commit when you're 100% sure it's going to work. They're going to try over0 at the back, at least that's what they said before some scrims one night. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that. Overzero is... He's good mechanically off the wall. He's got good mechanics for flying off walls, getting good wall clears, you know, aerials off walls to get the ball over the halfway line. And he's quick. He's good at dribbling out of defense. There are upsides to Overzero's defending, but he's a massive pussy. Overzero is he is scared to move forward sometimes when he really should. He doesn't go for, well, he doesn't like to go for 50-50s. He's not very good at 50-50s, I guess, which is something you need to be super good at. Who's good at 50-50s? Kronovi. He's like the dunk master. Who else is good at 50-50s? Marky. That's why he works it so well. So like, there's some things that Overzero could do well, but I think overall Kronovi is way more suited to that role. And I bet you anything. I bet you $1 million and a house. A big house, a really nice one, that Kronovi has less trust in Overzero in defense than Overzero has in Kronovi. I bet you anything that that statement is true. That's the main thing for me. Why haven't Overzero swapped? Or why haven't G2 swapped Overzero out for Gambit? They don't need to. They just need to change something, and like the easiest thing to change is a player swap. That would be a change, because what they're doing right now doesn't work, so why not change something, right? That was like my reasoning behind that one. Gambit's like a great sub, so why not? But they could change their structure, change their formation, change their, you know, their player roles. That could work, because that's what Flipsid are doing so well most of the time. This game, Supersonic Avengers, aka Reunited, really had their number. Good counterattacks. That's a pass and a half from Kux though. All for one, one for all. It's good blocking that cleared by JHZER. Latch is the problem? No, it's all dude. Latch is pretty much a mechanical beast, and he just needs to get unleashed by Kronovi playing defensively, I'd say. Yeah, Devo's very good at 50-50s. You're not wrong.
Overcommitment's going to be an issue. It looked like they started to crumple up a bit there. Kux with a backflip. Steals that off the ground instead. Can he get that past Lamp? No, he can't. Lamp does get that one hugely favorable.
Reunited they're an interesting team. Because when they're playing well, when they're feeling it, they're really on fire. Like I think they're quite an emotional team. In fact, I know that they're an emotional team. What a pass by ELMP to squash the ball in the middle. That's really, really impressive. Is Bluey 15? Yeah, Bluey's 15. But does Gambit have less trust in Crow, or does Crow have less trust in Gambit? I think Crow has less trust in just about anybody than they have trust in Crow. Because Kronovi just doesn't let the ball go past him. If he can touch the ball, he will. If you know what I mean. Like, if Kronovi can touch the ball, he will. So that's why he should play at the back, because then it's fine. Whenever he touches it, it's probably fine. He's not going to take his teammates behind him out of the game by doing an awkward touch, or like trying to pinch the ball with a teammate. 6-1. I've actually seen a lot of one-sided scorelines between Flipside and Reunited in the past. JHZER probably should have been up for that, and JHZER definitely should have been up for that. Kronovi doesn't even trust himself. Crow's a ball chaser. Crow's just a ball hitter, man. He's a ball basher. Crow's a ball basher, dude. It's a bit weird that Flipside went for a fake kickoff right here, because that's the sort of thing that if I was them, I wouldn't go for a fake kickoff in a game where you're losing 6-1 with a minute left, because it's so unlikely that you're making that comeback. You might as well hide the fake kickoff till later, hope that Reunited forget about it even more, because you're not doing it for so long. Man of Vault with the Twitch Prime sub, thanks a lot, dude. Just as we get to see the Brazil from Doomsy. That's what I like to see. Man of Vault, welcome to the channel. I appreciate the support, buddy. What team do I think has the most potential that isn't doing great right now? It's pretty easy. G2 right there. G2, man. G2 are great individual players. They're just not functioning well as a team because they have no structure. They don't know what they're supposed to be doing. They don't trust each other. But yeah, I think the easy fix is what I was just talking about. Crow is a ball basher.
We're going to find out here, but I'm pretty confident in saying that this is this is going to be Reunited's game.
Yeah, I don't know why. Well, my theory for why Kronovi's changed his playstyle from LAN is because
Ruined.
they didn't have to defend so hard. At LAN they played Flipside, Northern Gaming, and Flying Dutchman, and they had to defend a ton. So Kronovi was just defending a lot. Lachino and Overzero stepped up as well. I mean, everybody. There was a lot of circumstances. I've talked about this before. They were the fan favorites, but also the underdogs, and they were on the home turf. They didn't have jet lag to worry about. Kronovi had LAN experience before. Like, Overzero was being high fee. Lachino had lots of support from his family and his girlfriend being there. Like, there was a lot of circumstances for G2 that just made them feel really comfortable in a LAN setting. They were super comfortable. Flipside, on the other hand, were the favorites. Pressure was right there. You know, they were not having the best individual performances. They were feeling a bit shaky. They did play decent, but, you know, they didn't get the right strategy there. Why talking about Kronovia for watching the game amazing F3? Because we're talking about a strategy that Flipside do really well at the moment. We didn't see it work that game because they fell behind and they kind of overextended and got scored on some more. Sometimes that happens. You go like 2-0, 3-0 down pretty early. We saw 2-0 from a miss-hit JHZER clear, Doomsy top corner just shot. Then they got a third goal off of a bad marquee hit, I think. So then Flipside kind of overextended, conceded some more goals. That happens sometimes. But what Flipside are doing in most of their games is just having marquee anchor really well. And like I can tell you guys this, there's nothing that people can do to stop it because it's like, it's a strategy that so few people in the world can do well. Like doing what Marky does for Flipside right now is so hard. Like you need to be a good vocal player, good leader. You need to, you know, position exceptionally well. You need to challenge the ball exceptionally well.
And even still, like the clock management, the way that they played it, like even with being up that many goals, like they handled it really well.
Yeah. Overzero performed on stage, Lachino performed in front of a crowd. There's a lot of stuff that the G2 had going in their favor at the LAN. There's a lot of circumstances, and on top of that, their strategy of having Kronovia in defense and just unleashing Latch and Crow, especially Latch. Latch was just like unleashed. It was like Lachino unleashed. I'd never seen him play so well in that lineup. And Overzero, the player who stepped up the most from his online level to his offline level. It was just it's cool to see. Hey, Clydefield, thanks for the host, dude. Appreciate that. Hope you're having fun getting ready for the Landsterdam, the Amsterlan, the Landsterlan, or the Lan. It's got so many different names. I'm a big fan of the Landsterdam, to be honest. I'm so excited. It's going to be amazing. I only have a 1.5 hour flight this time. £75, which is like just under $100 round trip. Bit less than the $1,500 round trip that I got spent last time to get there, so that's nice. Lachino untethered. You think that my tips need to be brought up to Gambit? You hope Crow would listen to Gambit? Well, I'm not going to lie to you. I did reach out to Gambit and to Crow and to Latch, and I told them that I'm willing to help them because I want them to make the line, because I want to see the defending champions in Europe and not sitting in the crowd. But the line is in Amsterdam. Yeah, dude. The Magician, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub, man. Welcome to the channel. I really appreciate that support. Thank you so much. Yeah, Kronovia is notoriously bad for not replying to messages, so we'll see. I hope they can get it done. I really hope that G2 can get it done. Like, a lot of people think I hate G2 because I criticize them all the time and I always make fun of their bad play, but really that's just a bit of banter, and I want them to make the line, and you know, I really have a lot of respect for that team. Is JHZER doing good? JHZER was solid for the most part. Do I think Kronovia would trust Gambit if he was back? Maybe. It's hard to say. You don't see them going to Amsterdam if they don't make it, to be honest. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? What happened to Leafix's voice there? Did he get like super hoarse? It sounded pretty funny. I hate it when that happens. When you're speaking and then you realize, oh man, I've got a frog in my throat. When you're casting and you can't just go into the microphone or else nobody would watch your YouTube videos. Oops. Huge expense. Why bother? Because it's a Rocket League LAN, dude. Why wouldn't they go?
And LMP has a chance to move that
If
down
I want
low.
Cronovi's attention, just tell him I'm going to C3 crate for him.
Throwing that one to
I mean,
the far
I'm
side.
not desperate for their attention. I'm basically
Trying to
like, well,
maintain his momentum there.
I
Pretty
think I could help
But
G2. I think I could help any team, like, improve,
that
so.
slow move not gonna work on Markey this time as he throws it back.
Are G2 a team? Yes.
Therefore,
Therefore, sure, I could probably help them with their problems. Because I watch a metric ton of Rocket League. It's hard to watch as much Rocket League as I do when I'm, you know, watching VODs, replays, then I watch the live show, and then I watch the VOD of the live show. I watch my video of the VOD of the live show.
Far side, Doomsy, Snasky, both there to support. Don't need support. Markey gonna put it in for them.
What was this from Marky? Oh, he just spawned! What?
LMP with a touch to the far side. Doomsy, Snasky, both there to support.
Look, I think Marky, yeah, Marky gets demoed. Watch in the front of the goal in the midfield. Right there. Look at Marky, he's dead. He appears, and he panics, and he puts it in the net. He thought it was going in. Oh my goodness. He thought it was going in. He thought this was going in from ELMP, but it's actually not. Bang. Well done by Marky. Incredible. Did I practice casting off stream? Yeah, dude. I mean, most of the practice that I do is just like thinking up of different storylines and thinking up of like different things that are interesting to say about players and teams, and then I can say it on a cast and people are like, oh, I didn't know that. And I'll be like, yeah, how about them apples?
Sure, Flipside ain't gonna make it easy though.
What happened to the coaching website? Hit a bit of a roadblock with that, but we'll see. We'll maybe get that in the future.
Weird whiffs coming out, and this
I've
is
got a lot of stuff going on right now.
not the
A lot of
best
stuff going
side
on behind the scenes.
we're expecting.
It's hard to do everything, man. It's hard to do everything. There's a lot of stuff to do. And not much time to do it in. I haven't dropped any frames over here. It might be Twitch. Sorry if it's lagging for you guys.
Regardless of who had the better touch, the player back should be watching for their teammates, and that's a critical component to it as well. That it seems like they're just not paying attention to.
Oh my
So
goodness.
we'll see if
Rocket League Central with another host, Clydefield.
picks it up.
The double host.
Minute 15 left.
You've actually gained a viewer since last time. It was 7 last time. Now it's 8.
This is Rocket League.
Beautiful.
LMP and Doomsday
Have I quit my
got
full-time
down
job for
one
Rocket League? It seems you can. Yes, I have actually.
Does get the touch.
I
There's a pass
was
to
working
LMP,
as a
putting the
joiner,
fourth one in.
which is kind of, I guess it's a builder in non-UK terms. And then I moved to Glasgow to job hunt as a graduate engineer because I've got a structural engineering degree. And then while I was doing that, I was just streaming for fun, and it kind of got pretty popular. And then I, you know, started making YouTube and videos, and that started getting pretty popular. And I started casting, and that started getting pretty popular. So it all just kind of worked out, and I was like, yeah, I might as well do this.
Seconds left.
Got a lot of requests to do coaching for teams and players, so I did that to,
This
you know,
Reunited team is
pay the
looking pretty
bills.
solid at the moment.
Casting and content creation, live streaming is like that's my real passion, I guess you could say. Passion's a bit of a funny word for me. I never think of anything as a passion, but I guess yeah, you could say that.
Next game, this might be it, and fairly convincingly,
Sky Runner
as we said,
Zora, thanks for the Twitch Prime
nothing
sub,
is
dude.
ever for sure
Welcome to the channel.
in Rocket League. Fifth one for Reunited. They're looking
Oh,
to
what a pass by
bring
Marky.
the
Marky's
last
not having a
match.
good couple of games here. Like, look at that. Brazil and now 5-0. What on earth is happening to Flipside? A lot of problems in defense. Joiner or laborer? So you could literally say I'm a pro at Rocket League. Well, I guess, like, pro is just if you're a professional at something, and yes, I do. I guess I'm professional content creator for Rocket League. Oh, thanks, Chromic D, I appreciate that. Yeah, I spend a lot of time. I think the difference between me and the other casters in Rocket League is that because of my current situation, when I'm streaming, I can, like, actually, you know, focus on what I'm doing, and I can, you know, try to learn more about the teams and the game and the players, and
Again, game
you know, I don't have another job that's distracting me and burning me out.
Number 3 is going to be going
This
to
is
Reunited.
what my focus is, so I can,
Most likely
you know,
5
work
to
really
1,
hard at it.
depending on where this ball ends up in the end. And
And I feel like that's why I
actually
probably
curious to
know
see what they're going to do with this.
all the
The
things.
wrong way
I
from
know
the
all the
Flipside.
things that there are to
Way from the
know
Flipside.
that are Rocket League related. At least professional Rocket League related.
Reunited. Taking that one again, once again convincingly. And we talked about it enough.
But it's good to know that kind of stuff, because when I watched, I'm a big fan of esports. I've watched competitive League of Legends, competitive World of Warcraft Arena, competitive StarCraft 2, competitive Hearthstone. I've watched a lot of competitive esports, and like just when a caster knows the stories about the players and the teams and what's going on behind the scenes and everything like that, that always like really interested me. So that's what I try to do. I just try to know all the things that might interest you guys and that might be interesting to bring up on a cast, and you know, play style changes that I've noticed in players, new things that are being introduced and things like that. That's what I try to do. What I try to bring to a cast. Competitive Hearthstone, lol. Yeah, so that's what I try to do. I try to bring the storylines and the, you know, interesting bits of information. But I do also realize the importance of bringing the hype, so I've tried to get better at that as well. You don't see much of that on my live streams because I'm a bit more chill. Just trying to keep it chilled and, you know, interactive with the chat, but when I'm casting it's a bit different. How do you do the spin of the spot without boosting during celebrations? It's the aerial key. I don't think it's got a default keybind for controller, so you need to choose a default. You need to make it keybound. You can find it in the controller options. It's aerial left, aerial right.
You got to flip something quick because all of these games are important.
So, and that's, I mean, that's why I say, like, go back to those basics. So, if he does miss,
Dota? Nah, I've never been a Dota player. I played League of Legends and Heroes of the Storm. They were the two MOBAs that I played.
So, if they do go back to those basics and keep it simplified and stop
Yeah, I know the RLCS casters, like these guys, they're good friends of mine, and I know that they get pretty burnt out from all the flying that they have to do, and some of them still have like other jobs and projects going on, which is really like, it can be really draining, especially flights. Like flying every week is really exhausting. You hate hype casting, prefer cam casting. I try to bring a bit of both, like hype when it's necessary, and then like chilled when it's not necessary. Just have it. I call it a flow. So you've got a flow. You know, you want to go high and low, have different waves of emotion. Try not to be like constantly hype because it's just like tiring for the viewer. You're just like, oh my goodness, will this caster shut up? He's pretending that everything's the most exciting thing ever, which is not true. Just to get so exhausting to listen to. And then some people are just really like boring to listen to because they're never exciting. So you've got to have a flow, and you know, change your tone, your pitch, your pace. Probably not your accent though, that would be a bit weird if you change your accent. Structural engineering degree doesn't pay the bills. It does if you get a job, but like it didn't take long. I only started job hunting for like a couple of months, and then I started to have quite a lot of success with streaming. So I just decided to give it a go for a while because I had a good bit of money saved up from my previous employment. Had some savings, so I was like, yeah, I'll just give this a go, and it's, you know, paying the bills, so why not? Curtis shouts every time the ball hits anything. I've not heard a lot of Curtis's casting. I was impressed with one thing he said. I think I said this on my stream before, but it's very rare for a caster to bring something up in a cast that I'm like, oh, I didn't know that, because, you know, it's just, you know, it's something that I do so much. Just thinking about Rocket League and watching Pro Rocket League and following the information about the teams behind the scenes, like, it's rare for somebody to bring something up in a cast that I don't know about already. But yeah, sometimes if somebody does that, I'm very impressed with them. And one time, I remember Curtis mentioned something, and I was like, oh, I didn't think anybody knew that. That's cool. I was like, I thought I was the only person who knew that, and Curtis actually mentioned it. I was like, he's a smart man. Which is something that's not something I say very often, as some of you might know. But yeah, I've not seen many of his casts, so I can't really give a proper critique. Was there any point that I noticed a massive jump or increase in viewers? Well, I mean, the first thing that I did was a spinning ball stream. That's when I kind of went viral, I guess. And then I started doing streams with Marky and Scrub because I was good friends with them, so I like did joint streams with them. Like they would be on my stream because Marky didn't enjoy streaming, Scrub couldn't stream because he was 12, so I just got them on my stream. That, you know, increased my viewership a little bit. Then I started doing VOD review streams, people really like those. I started doing private ones casts, people really like those, and then it just kind of grew from there. I like everything that I just try and, you know, make interesting content. I make stuff that I would watch if I wasn't like the streamer. I would watch this, you know, because I love watching. Like I love hanging out in Twitch chat. I'm sure you guys will have seen me in other people's Twitch chats. I love watching streams. So it's just a bit different, you know. I was like, what's not being done? I guess nobody's reviewing VODs of tournaments. I'll do that. What's not being done? I guess nobody's casting high-level 1v1s. I'll do that. You know, I was just like, I'll do the stuff that nobody else is doing. Hey, Torment, thanks for the host, dude. If you were streaming, I hope you had a fantastic stream. I hope you have fun in the mid-season mayhem. I think it's called that. It's about to get started in about 40 minutes, so it's going to be very interesting to see. Bit of a change here in Game 4. There's not been a lot to talk about except, you know, clinical shooting from Reunited and some of the worst defending of the whole day by Flipside. Because against PZ, apart from Game 1, Flipside were defending really well. And then Game 1 of this series, Flipside defended pretty well. Then 2 games in a row, they just defended horribly. Marky in particular, just really, really poor. So it's a bit of a change this game to see not so many mistakes from Flipside. Versace KVNG, thanks for the sub, dude. I really appreciate that. Welcome to the channel, buddy.
And now they find themselves up 1-0 with a minute 12 left. And if they can just hold this lead, they will force a game number 5. But
oh, if they can hold the lead, immediately get scored up. Air dribbling, ball cam or no ball cam? Probably ball cam. The only reason to turn off ball cam when you're air dribbling is if you want to see what's in front of you. Like, if you're, you know, if you're completely under the ball, carrying it like a seal.
Potentially the last game we're going to see today in the RLCS League play, week number 2.
Versace. Sorry, I can't read. I'm sorry. Wow. You guys hate me for that. Oh my goodness. I don't think I've ever seen that many people. I'm sorry, guys. Reading is difficult. Wow. I have never seen you guys go so mad at me failing to read. I'm sorry, I can't read names. It's hard. Versace? How do you say this? It's a very popular brand. Versace. Nah, it's not. I'm just gonna say Versace because it's funny looking at all you guys get triggered. You guys are so stupid. Look at all of you guys so triggered. That's like a bad one, man alive. I've like butchered some names in the past, but holy cow, that was something special. Live coding session. Did I get that one wrong, Twitch? What? How do you say that? Sorry, Livy Coding Session. Thank you for the $5. I hope you continue to enjoy the stream, buddy. Butchered. My goodness, I hate all of you. You're all so stupid. You're all idiots. Look at you. Making fun of me for my accent. I can't believe this. My accent and my stupidity. I feel about this big right now. I feel so small and stupid. It's all your fault. It's good play by Marky. He's just taking away the one angle that Snasky had to clear that ball away from JHZER. Silent L. Of course. How did I not see? Oh, JHZER needs to be careful. Oh, where's JHZER going? JHZER's like, they made it look like he was going to challenge the ball, then he just went for the boost instead. What is this noises? Wow, I don't think that the lady just said it like he wanted her to say it. Versailles. When will I do viewer 1v1s? Doesn't sound that good, like an idea, man. Man, I don't think viewer 1v1s would be that good. It would just be like me making fun of people for beaning the play repeatedly. Did Johnny put JHZER in the title for clickbait? Of course. I'm a genius. I'm a marketing genius.
Waiting for that touch out, Snasky.
Wow.
Could have had that goal. That was
Snasky is an aerial genius. Doomsy should not have left that ball. He just gave Cuxer a mountain of space.
Moving up for an attack. Lamp intercepting Doomsy with the pass out. That's going to be a scoring opportunity. Cucks here. Up in the way.
I think Snasky with the fast aerial then flying back down again.
There's another pass from Doomsy, keeping the pressure up here.
Man, Flipside have got, you know, they've got the best structure when Marky like plays well as a defensive in the defensive role, but there's still so much that they can improve on. Like the skill ceiling of Rocket League is so high, especially in threes. Silthrim. Did I get it wrong? Nah, I'm gonna stick with Silthrim. Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. I'm sorry for getting your name wrong, probably. I'm sure that Twitch will blame me and make fun of me. So, but regardless, I appreciate the support, dude. Enjoy your stay at my wee channel here. Squashing play by Snasky. Cocky with the Twitch Prime subs. So many Twitch Prime subs. Again, Twitch Prime is turning out to be like the best, the best thing that ever happened. But dude, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the support. Every sub now, he's so nervous about just butchering it. Nah, dude, I'm just memeing. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Oh, Marky nearly with another poo goal, as it were. All of SC, aka Reunited, so scared in the goal right now. What? Did JHZER dunk on ELP there?
Still 1-1. Reunited needs one goal.
Nothing will ever be as bad as Versace. I'm gonna keep saying Versace. Sorry, I'm not very fashionable. Forgive me. I still don't know. I'm googling it.
Stopping every advance and then countering into their own. Marky Duda, Cucks are getting tied up.
Yeah, see, this doesn't look like my kind of clothing at all. I don't think I've ever worn that. I don't think I'll ever wear any of this. Come on. Versace. Yeah, so it looks like some like amalgamation of ancient Egyptian hieroglyphics and suits and shoes, plus golden colors. What overtime right here. It's so depressing when you're in Reunited GG's position right here. Are they called Reunited GG or is it just Reunited? I can't remember. I think it's Reunited GG. But it's so depressing when you're one game away from winning the best of 5 and it's a monster overtime in game 4 and then you lose. Obviously it's pretty sad for the team who just straight up lose the series 3-1. But man, when you're this close to winning and then like the massive overtime just ruins it for you and then you lose, feels bad, man. What do I think about a Nations tournament, aka a Rocket League World Cup that everybody's talking about? I think it would be cool. I think it's incredibly difficult to organize. There's a good old Marky top corner. Not bad. Terrible hit by Doomsy, has to be said. That's really poor from Doomsy right there. Versace is one of the world's leading international fashion brands, glamorous symbol of Italian luxury. I'll ask Cucks if he's heard of it, because he's Italian. Ah, it's just the internet address. Gotcha, gotcha. What are my thoughts on Squishy? He mucked around and yeah, he messed up. Hopefully he learns from that and doesn't do it again, because I think it was definitely a misplay from Squishy.
And part of that was keeping this Reunited team back on defense.
Well, here's the thing, and I think we talked about it as well, was let Marky and Cuxer move up. They did exactly that. You started to see them.
How have people not heard of Versace? I've not heard of it. Right, let's not get this name wrong. Scouter Goku 18. I'm incredible at reading today. Look at me go. Thank you for the sub, dude. Welcome to the channel. I appreciate the support.
That's what brought this game so close. It was 1-1 up until almost 5 minutes of overtime. And coming into this
Wait, Top Gear fans, buy Amazon Prime for the Grand Tour next month and throw all the Prime subs at a car football game? Hey, I'm down. I got my mom to sub to me. My mom had Amazon Prime, so I like showed her how to make a Twitch account and connect it, and then I subs to me on my mom's account. It's like, yeah, offline Twitch Prime sub from mom. That's how you do it. Did Squishy get the money prize? I don't think so.
Absolutely. And confidence is
I thought I was poor at reading. Well done! I'm Scottish, yeah, dude.
It's going to boost that confidence. Game number 5 now. After such a close match, basically game number 6.
What did Squishy do? Just he. I think he pretended to be someone else.
In this series. Last game,
It was something, I don't know, it's a tournament thing that he was supposed to not play in, so he pretended to be somebody else so he would be allowed to play. What a pass by Marky. What a pass. Recovery, gets down. Beautiful. Coxer taking it very early. I don't think he had to, but I mean, no reason not to when you're as confident as that. Sebadam's interview. I can show Sebadam's interview at the end here, between the end of this game and put in. That should have been a goal from Cux. Should have been a goal. That was a LAN, an RLCS LAN Cuxer shot, just straight at the goalkeeper when the net was wide open if he just shot high. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, I'll show the Sebadam interview because it's funny. I'll show it after this. Sebadam interview is so good. All it was missing was a shout out for me because I'm the best. You hated his interview? I thought it was so good. It was quality. I'd never seen Sebadam before. That was the first time I saw Sebadam. I was like, oh, he looks vaguely normal. That's great. He doesn't look absolutely horrendous. That's what I like to see. Oh dear. Oh dear. Wait. Excuse me. Sorry. Hold on. So here we have well defended right here. Shots coming in. Or not. Let's play by Marky though.
No, JHZER gets up on that wall very quickly. Snasky not able to contend.
Yeah, Marky from the blind spot, really well done. Marky's like always upside down when he's doing close range shots. Man, Leaf's voice is wrecked. Poor guy. Rocket League starts streaming? Yeah, I know. They always go live with a 30-minute countdown, so I make sure to host them before the show actually begins. Do I listen to the Live from Manfield podcast? No, I'm sorry, I don't. I have to spend a lot of time doing Rocket League broadcasty, watchy things. So I watch Gfinity 3v3, I watch every RLCS game, then I obviously do reviews on my stream, and then I cast other tournaments, and then I watch VODs of me casting tournaments, and then I watch VODs from my stream because I want to improve things. So I've got a ton of like time just spent both watching and just like trying to improve my knowledge of stuff professional Rocket League related. And watching podcasts is or listening to podcasts doesn't. It's they're not targeted at me, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Most of the podcasts, they're targeted at people who are not informed in the things that I'm already informed about. What a pass from JHZER. And Marky with the Flipside land shot again, just hitting it straight at the goalkeeper. Like I'd like to highlight, this is not a good place for Snasky to be for that save at all. He could just not drive forward like this, because as soon as he drives forward like this, he's exposed like this area here to Marky. If Marky just shoots here, that's a goal. But if Snasky just waits here, he can save the majority of the goal anyway, because even if Marky shoots bottom left, he can just front flip and boost to get that. Or top left, he can just fly up there with a fast aerial and get it. Like, I don't really like this position. Marky tries to shoot it behind him, but he doesn't get the top corner that he was aiming for. Like he pretty much shot it straight at Snasky.
For that save. And he keeps that one to the side.
Flipside doing a good job of elevation, playing those up very high.
I need a good chair. Well, I don't watch all of it from this chair. I watch some of it on my phone in the living room.
It also buys a lot of time in the
Yeah.
clock.
I mean, it's my job to just know all the things about Rocket League.
They don't need to keep scoring, they just need to keep this out of their side.
Oh, what the heroic play by Marky right there. This was pretty desperate. I don't know what JHZER's doing going for that. And then Marky, oh, he actually boosts throughout the end of this flip just to get this touch. That's a hero touch right there.
Otherwise, he had a breakaway.
Well, we saw JHZER Cucks here both go for that ball.
You just watched the 100 crate opening? Yeah, that was pretty lucky on the first crate.
Gave away in the first 3 matches.
Am I going to watch Mid-Season Mayhem? Yeah, of course.
Finally recorrected. They don't want to fall back into that. Marky do it a pass from Cucks here. JHZER the follow-up. That's a better rotation that I like to see from them. That's what they need to maintain.
Living room equals toilet. Nah, I don't watch much Rocket League in the toilet.
There's a chip up from Doomsy, leaving Marky Duda and
Weird for Cuxer to beam that shot so hard. That was a good pass by Marky. Maybe could have been a tiny bit further forward. But it should have been a better shot from Cux, for sure. Favorites for Mid-Season Mayhem? G2, because they want to give their fans false hope by winning something. Look at this goal by Lamp, by the way. Like, JHZER's like, what do? I can own goal, or I could sit here. He's like, I guess I'll just sit here. Ah! And then he just dies. ELMP with the goal right out of Michael Bay movie. What a finish. I should analyze some VODs of the Mid-Season Mayhem. I mean, I've got this. I'm gonna upload this next week to YouTube, so there's at least some RLCS content on my YouTube next week when the Mid-Season Mayhem is probably not gonna get analyzed by me. I'll have other stuff to do. I'll be streaming next week, but probably not Mid-Season Mayhem, unless something crazy funny happens for me to actually look at on stream. If I feel like I can add something to the broadcast, then I will. Like, I don't just watch these videos, VODs on stream, because they're good VODs. Like, I try to add to the experience. I say the things that the casters can't say, because they've got to... They're doing a different job, obviously. I didn't see the last sub right. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty happy with the result here, because Flipside are my boys. So I'll support them against anybody, but I'll be supporting Reunited against every other team. This was the only game that I will not be supporting Reunited in. I really hope Reunited can make top 6 at least. They look capable, but man, they love to be right on the edge. They love to be right on the edge.
And then Marky finally gets in, makes sure he reads, and there was a bad touch at the end by Reunited where he went to clear, I think it was ELMP, and it played straight back down. Completely killed all...
Spamming works. If you really want me to read your message, you have to donate and get the text-to-speech lady to read it out. Hashtag sellout. I mean, that's what all the big Twitch streamers do, is they just have their chat so bad and unmoderated and full of spam that they can't read it. That way, if somebody wants to get in contact with them, they have to donate. It's genius. That way, people are donating money just to get a response for their question. Hashtag sellout. But I actually read my chat, so it's not necessary.
We saw 7-2 victory there in one of those